everyone. Today I wanted to do a video. It's going to be part of the series What It Is Like Living with Anxiety. And this time I'm going to do tips on overcoming anxiety. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that some of these tips may work for you, some may not. Everyone's anxiety comes out in different ways, and sometimes you may find that a certain tip helps you, and other times it might not help you. It depends on where your anxiety is stemming from, how far you are into your anxiety, if you're having an anxiety attack. All these various factors will depend on whether a certain tip might help you or might not. These are just some of the ones that I have found help me over time. I've struggled with anxiety for as long as I can remember. But if you can accept your anxiety, accept that you have it, then you're going to be more willing to take tips and try to implement them. Another thing that can help, which I'll get into in another video, is you can use these not only to overcome anxiety, but if you do them regularly, you might be able to prevent some anxiety from occurring as well. So I'm going to get into them. These are, again, tips that have helped me overcome anxiety, and I hope that they can be helpful to any of you, and maybe give them a try. Journaling, that is one of the most important things for me. Writing things down. There's art journaling. I've done quite a bit of art journaling. Create anything. You can use canvases, paper, whatever. Creating art is very therapeutic. I'll show some of my art journaling maybe in a later video. You can write about anything, your feelings, your goals, thoughts that you want to get off your mind. Writing in the morning and at nighttime can help a lot. There's something called ghostwriting. I really like that one. You don't have to go back and read your writing. You don't always even have to be able to read it. If you're feeling really anxious in the middle of an anxiety attack, to start writing down any thought you can think of, anything in your mind. I've done that, and during the course of a few anxiety attacks, and it's helped me to get out of it. Ghostwriting is where you write on a paper one way, all the way across, all the way down, and then you turn your paper and write across the words you already wrote, all the way across. Keep doing it. Keep turning your paper every time you finish, and then write over those words again until all your thoughts, until your mind is clear. This can be really therapeutic as well. Another tip you can use is meditation. You don't have to be great at it. You can be beginner. You may have never even tried it before. That's okay. You just need a few minutes or longer if you would like. It's okay if meditation puts you to sleep if you have time to take a nap. Just means you're relaxing and you're allowing your body to release that anxiety. It can be helpful to do a dark room, but you can really meditate anywhere. You can do it in your car before you go to work. You can do it in the morning or in the bath, or when you're sitting down on a chair and you just need to breathe. I find that for me, guided meditation works the best. I'll watch or listen to like a YouTube video or somewhere online that uses guided meditation where they talk me through it. That seems to help me, especially when I'm in the midst of or really close to an anxiety attack. If somebody's walking me through it, I feel like I've got the support there helping me. I have tried acupuncture. That is supposed to be very good for like relieving pain or stress or anxiety. It's also very good for relaxation. There's different places that you can do acupuncture in your back, neck, ears. I've only done the one for the ears, but when I did it, it was really helpful. Nature time, getting outside in the sun or outside getting fresh air can be so helpful in reducing anxiety. You can go for a walk, go for a hike, play in the dirt. Yeah, that may sound like a kid thing to do, but it can be so helpful. Stick your bare feet in the grass or dirt. Go to the beach while it's still nice out. If you have time to plan a camping trip, maybe go camping. Candles and ice. Now, this may sound a bit unusual, but if you can turn light a few candles or even ones that smell like lavender or something like that could be helpful and therapeutic in relieving anxiety. But if you just light the candle and just watch the flame as it burns down the wick, melts it into wax, like that's just, there's something about it. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people like watching bonfires, so maybe if you're anxious, you can do a bonfire if you have the place where you can do that. Now, ice. If you are really anxious or in the midst of an anxiety attack, if you hold a piece of ice in your hand, I've tried this only like twice, or something that's really cold in your hand, and just feel how it's feeling on your hand. It'll bring you out of your head and into the present. I learned that from one of the workers at the community mental health here in my town. And if you just focus on how it's making your hand feel, yeah, it's going to be cold, but it'll help you at least pull out of your mind a little bit. Talking about your anxiety, that's another really helpful thing. It can be hard. You may not want to, but you can call a local helpline, you can call a counselor, call a friend, anybody who's going to listen to you, just even if you just need a vent, someone who's not going to judge. You can get online and find local groups or even online groups, forums where you can vent your anxiety if that helps. If you don't just talk about things as they come up and you communicate about your feelings regularly, that can help reduce anxiety and prevent future anxiety. Another tip you can use is massage therapy. I'm actually doing an online schooling thing right now for massage therapy, and I'm learning a lot about the essential oils and different things with massage that can help with pain, reducing stress and anxiety. Lavender is great for just about anything. So it can be costly to go do a massage all the time, but if you haven't even ever tried it, maybe if you can even just try it one time or try it every few months or something if you like it. That can be great. If there's a massage school close to you, sometimes those places will do massages for a lot cheaper, so you can always check into that. Deep breathing. This is very, very important. Now, it is part of meditation and other things as well, but something I have learned helps me for deep breathing is 4-6-5. 4-6-5. Now, a lot of times it's hard in anxiety to be able to get to those numbers, breathing in and out. But once you can do that and get to those numbers, then that's great. But until then, just do what you can. So here's what you do. You breathe in for 4, hold it for 6, and out for 5. So you breathe in for 4, hold for 6, breathe out for 5. Getting proper sleep. That helps prevent anxiety, and for most people can help reduce anxiety. Now, if you also have depression, which I have depression as well, proper sleep can be hard. Sometimes you may want to sleep way too much. Sometimes you might not be able to get enough sleep. There's different things, variables in that. So that one can be a little more difficult, but if you can get enough sleep each night on a regular basis, that can be very helpful. Give yourself extra time. If you are anything like me, one of my worst anxiety provokers is time. I worry about getting somewhere if I don't get there enough on time. I worry ahead that something might get in my way so I can't get somewhere on time, whether it's family, appointments, anything. Just time in general makes me anxious. Waiting on things, different, because it just gets those thoughts going in your head when you have to wait and when things aren't going according to plan. So if you can give yourself extra time, if you need to be somewhere, give yourself an extra 15 minutes Tell yourself you need to be to appointments 15 minutes earlier. That way, if you're running a little late, you're not actually late. That can be a really helpful thing. Dispute your thoughts. Now, that's another anxiety tip that I've had to use plenty of times. When you're anxious, thoughts just start coming in your head over and over. Writing them down helps me, and then after I write them down, I can pick one and dispute it. I know the thoughts are just thoughts. They're not facts most of the time, so if I can write it down, I can look and see, okay, so I feel or I think that this person is upset with me for whatever reason. In reality, they're not. It just makes it in my head after thinking about a situation so many times, it seems to transform into something else. So when I write it down, then I can think about it, rethink the situation, and think, is this really the truth? And then most of the time I can tell myself, no, it's not. This isn't what's going on. Therapy. Now, this one can be a little more difficult for some, but individual therapy, group therapy, anything. If you're having a really hard time with anxiety, this can help. Exercise. Go run, walk, do ab challenges, stretch, yoga, play with your kids. Any of that is exercise, and any of it can help you. Now, from doing research, I've learned that 21 minutes, if you can exercise for 21 minutes, that is the best amount of time to get out of anxiety, and anxiety time where it's just really taken over you. If you just need to reduce a little bit of anxiety, 5-10 minutes is okay. Have fun. Life doesn't always have to be so serious. This is something I have to remind myself all the time. I'm always trying to do something or another, but it's okay to just sit down, have fun, and take time out for yourself. Distract yourself too. If you're really anxious, watch a funny TV show or read a book that really gets your mind into the book instead of it into the thoughts of your head. Do puzzles. Those are really great for relieving anxiety because you have to focus on what you're doing. Regular puzzles or Sudoku, word searches, crosswords, anything like that. Eating healthier can also help. I have trouble with this. I love my junk food, but unfortunately junk food does not reduce anxiety. Vitamin B and omega-3s. If you're getting enough of those each day, that can really help, and it can help prevent anxiety too. Use a sauna. Now, if you can go somewhere with a sauna, that's great. Some gyms have them, other places. The heating up of your body temperature really can ease tension. So these are some helpful anxiety reduction techniques, tips that I have found. Some of them may work for you, some of them may not, but if you can give them a try, then hopefully they can help in reducing your anxiety. And find what works for you. If you have any other tips that you feel of help for you, go ahead and share them so that all my viewers can read them and hopefully benefit from those as well. And I really hope these help in reducing your anxiety. And I will be posting another video somewhat soon. I don't know if it's going to be preventing anxiety or I'm planning on doing maybe one with my husband. Him and I still have to talk about it, about ways that anxiety affects the marriage, or what it's like being married to someone with anxiety, something like that. If I get to that one, I'll let you guys know. But for now, I hope you can use one of these or more in reducing your anxiety or preventing anxiety, and let me know how they work. Like my video if it's something that's helpful for you, or you can share it with other people if you feel it could help someone else. And go ahead and comment if you have any questions or you want to share anything at all. Thanks for watching. See you next time.